Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. I wonder why it's so late. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. I wonder why it's so late. All right, so we're gonna get right into it, man. Um, I really feel like black women need to be more aware. I feel like what's been going on lately is that a lot of women have been free, mentally free, spiritually free, and so free to where they don't even think about what's going on around them, you know, and it don't even matter the setting. It don't matter where you at. It don't matter what you doing. You know what I'm saying? You can be in a place where you're not, where you feel too safe. You could be in a place where you feel like ain't nothing gonna happen. And sometimes that will make y'all look green. And I'm talking specifically. I'm talking specifically to like. I'm talking specifically to my queens because at the end of the day, like you have to understand, like there's danger wherever you go. You know, a lot of women be in denial. Y'all be in denial based on like where you at and what you doing and even how you come about things. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, when you break up with a dude who really loved you, when you when you break up with that dude who really wanted to be with you, who gave all your time, all his time to you, he showed you everything, he showed you the ropes, and now he finna play. I want to say 35% of the cause of death be the fact that women are in denial. They'll move on and they'll get with another guy, invite him to the house, and then the dude pop up on some weird shit. And like on some he in denial. Now he feel like, oh well damn, I thought we was gonna get back together, or you throwing passes like we gonna get back together and stuff like that, you know. Or even like when you invite the dude over, you might have told him, "Oh, you got an ex, and you got an ex, and y'all just broke up." You was honest with him, or whatever. But a lot of times, some dudes who are where they surrounded, they'll be like, "Nah, I ain't fucking with that." And now you feeling some type of way because the dude don't want to come over there because it ain't that he's scared that the dude might come over there on that rah rah bullshit. But it's just the dude being aware of his surroundings because he may not just be into that type of shit. Whereas the dude probably be on that. The ex may be on that bullshit. He might be ready to die behind that female, behind you as a female, because for so long of him pouring into you and doing all this and that, he might come home and feel like y'all, y'all still on that. And not him and the dude getting into it. And the dude that was invited there was just on some chill shit. He wasn't even worried about that. So, and y'all be the man, y'all first thing y'all say is, "Oh, you okay? You okay? You good? You good? You ain't got nothing to worry about this and that." But at the same time, that dude got something to worry about because you're not 100% honest with yourself and you still not aware with the person that you was dealing with. You don't know how crazy that person could be. So that's why I say, like, you just gotta watch out what you're doing and be aware of your surroundings at all times, and not be so delusional when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, decisions that y'all make. Because a lot of times now y'all feel like y'all untouchable, but you can get touched. Like, somebody can touch you, and it don't matter where you at. It don't matter where you at. When you get caught off guard, somebody watching. There's always somebody watching. There's always somebody plotting on y'all demise. There's somebody always plotting on, you know, being close to you or whatever. So that's why I say, for a lot of the black queens, I just really wish that y'all just, you know, get into a mental space to where y'all not so free, you know, so open, and just kind of be more aware and be more precise on your thinking, and, you know, just think a little bit much more. Like, what I'm gonna teach my little girls, because I got girls, I'm gonna teach them how to think, how to be aware of their surroundings, and how to pursue safety. You know what I'm saying? If it's a situation where you in, or where you, if it's somewhere you at, and you look for the nearest exit, you look for the nearest safe thing. Make sure, you know, you ain't in a place where it ain't got no phone around, or you ain't in a position to where you ain't got no, you can't call for help, you know, because shit happen, life happens. Your phone might die, all that. You know, you might be in a place where you ain't got no service. So make sure you put yourself in a position to have access to all these different things, to where you could be able to save your own life. Because I'm not gonna always be there. As a parent, you're not gonna always be there every step of the way in your kid's life. You can only just be there, you know what I'm saying, for a small period of time, because they're going to eventually grow up and get on their own and do what they do. But your knowledge and your wisdom that you instill in them is what's going to allow them to navigate, you know. And it's not only for, you know, because I got little girls, but if I have a son, or, you know, if you have a son, you got to help these kids navigate, so that way they can learn how to operate in the world. Not instill fear in them, but instill a certain type of awareness in them, to where they can always know, oh, this is what street I'm on. This is my friends I'm hanging around. Even a friend group, you gotta instill in them. Hey, watch your friends. Make sure, don't try to control or pick their friends for them, but, you know, let them know. Let them know. Make sure you pay attention to your friend group. Pay attention to the people you're around. Make sure you don't over, you know what I'm saying, observe them, or under observe them. You want to make sure you just pay right close attention enough to where you can see between the bullshit, the good, and the bad. And that's what we got to start instilling in our children, because the times we're growing up in now, this shit is getting real treacherous, bro. This shit is getting real. It's at a point now where, you know, it's no you at no point of no return when you go excuse me, when you go to certain places, when you doing certain activities, when you hanging out with a certain friend group. Like, rather if they black or white, it don't really fucking matter. It just matters, like, who you hanging around, and pay close attention to who you with, and pay close attention to your surroundings, because not everything that glitter is gold. Not everything that glitter is silver. Not everything that glitter is diamonds. So you got to be able to have, or instill, first you got to have it within yourself, a good spirit of discernment. And then you can instill that in your kids, a good spirit of discernment. A lot of times we don't even be thinking like that. Most of the times we out having fun and we drinking, and when that liquor kick in, when the weed kick in, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever vice you take on, and whenever that pill kick in, you ain't really paying attention to what the fuck you got going on. But being aware and being sharp, mentally aware and mentally sharp, you able to look and see what's going on around you. So, you know, I really, even for a lot of male, a lot of men out there, like, you gotta be, even for a lot of men out there, You gotta just be aware of your surroundings, bro. Don't be paranoid. Don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? But just be aware of your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you operating through calculated decisions. You know what I'm saying? Not emotional decisions. Make sure every decision you make is logical and well thought out. Because if you're making any emotional decisions, you will reap the benefits for that too. Any logical decisions, you will reap the benefits for that. You know what I mean? So when you out in the world, man, and you doing what you do, man, just make sure you talking to people. Like a lot of people don't like to talk to people, but at the same time, man, talking to people, that's good. Like you get to know when you talking to people and you showing yourself kind, or you showing yourself available to be spoken to or to speak to people, then you get a better chance to fill a room. You get a better chance to. That's why when I go wherever I go, I don't give a fuck where I'm at, who I'm with. I'm introducing myself. I'm letting my energy and my spirit be known in the room. I'm letting you know I'm good. I come with peace. I'm good. I come with love. So when I enter a room, I don't care what establishment, how prestigious you gotta be, how well spoken you have to be. I must conduct myself in a respectful manner, and I'm gonna give that energy out. That's how I'm able to read the room. That's just my strategy. You got to find your own strategy when you dive in within. You got to know who you are spiritually, mentally, psychologically, consciously. You got to know who you are, so that way when you walk into the room, you will be able to know how to move and shake that room. Now, this different when it comes to, like, me talking about black women and black men needing to be aware of your surroundings, but it's more so that's what you have to incorporate too whenever you outside in the real world, and you have to conduct yourself in a certain way, in a certain manner, to be able to maneuver. So that's just what it is. But anyway, how y'all feeling today, man? We finna crank it up in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? This is my first little segment. This is my first little video. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to like, subscribe, drop those comments down below, and y'all support the movement. Right now I'm in my gym slash basement. My basement slash gym. And yeah, this is the in-home gym. I got the pool sticks right there. Hey, we here. It don't matter where the message come from. It don't matter where you at to relay the message. As long as you relay the message, you know what I'm saying. Knowledge and wisdom is key. When you expand your brain, when you expand your knowledge, when you expand your wisdom, when you expand your spirituality and your thought process and how you think about stuff, you will start to see that life is really what it's supposed to be, because it's all in how you shape what you want your life to be. It's all in how you shape that world. You know what I'm saying? You want to live the American dream? Go live the American dream. You want to be a rapper? Go be a rapper. You want to be a movie star? Go be a movie star. It's all in what you shape your life to be. It's all in what you shape that motherfucker to be, man. Excuse my language. So that's all it was though for today. You know what I'm saying? Just basically talking about what us as a whole, as a community, need to do differently, and especially like bringing more awareness to women, especially like now, like I know I think a lot. Like I sit back and I think a lot. Like I have opinions based on a lot of stuff that goes on in the world, but I really want to speak on this though. Like with women, being aware of your around is not being 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 aware of your surroundings. Being aware of your surroundings is not only when it comes to where you at and what your location is. Being aware of your surrounding is pointed towards like the type of men you be with, type of men you end up with. Fellas, you know what I'm saying? Being aware of your surroundings is not about where you at and what you doing. It's about the type of females you choosing. A lot of niggas choose social media females. That's your prerogative. That's what you want. That's your choice. That's what you want to do. But however, when you gotta deal with what comes with that type of female you chose. What type of lifestyle that woman want for herself, what type of lifestyle she building for herself, what her mindset is, and rather if you're gonna be able to enhance that or help change that, or you gotta know. Like, that's why a lot of people getting their heart broken, because they dealing with people that's far away from the way that they think of what they've built up within themselves, on how they think and how they feel or how they move in relationships and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If you get on a dating site, 9 times out of 10, you gonna find somebody on that dating site, you know, that think like you, that want the same things as you, but still not compatible with you. Cause they just because they typing all that shit up, this is that, da da da. But how it really would be when you meet that person and y'all actually go through life together. Same way you can meet somebody in person, they could be a fucked up person. So the difference between dating on social media and dating in real life, finding the person on social media or finding that person in real life, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, you still got to put that work in. But it comes with a level of discernment. It comes with a level of, knowing that this right here, I got to figure this shit out with this, and this. I got to make sure these two is communicating. Because if your brain ain't communicating with your heart, or your heart ain't communicating with your brain thinking over here, your heart thinking over here, you're going to be confused. And a double-minded man or a double-minded woman is unstable in all their ways. So you can't be walking around this motherfucker confused as into what you want. Be direct about it, live by it. The universe will bring it all to you in one piece. Straight up. The universe will bring all that shit in one piece, tenfold. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Nothing at all. You don't have to worry about nothing when you just let that shit happen. Don't. Really, when you in a position to where you want to enhance or change something in life, then it's gonna start off. It don't matter what you doing in life, bro. It don't matter what you doing in life. It's always gonna start within, because you first gotta think about it. You first gotta think about it. Secondly, you got to pray about what you're thinking about, because you don't want what you're thinking about to be a bad thing, or you don't want to dive into something and it's not really for you, because we think so many different thoughts. We think all day. Every human in this world think every single fucking day. And it ain't even about what you think about. It's just thinking about thinking is very important. When you're thinking about what you're thinking, that's important. But like I say, it starts within. Anything you trying to dive into in life, if you really want to be in a relationship, start from within. Identifying your trauma, identifying your hurt, identifying your pain, identifying your struggles, identifying the shit that piss you off, identifying the things that don't piss you off. But most importantly, it starts within. Anything you think about doing in life is going to start from right here and right here. And if those two is not aligned, you ain't going to get it right. You got to align your mind and your heart together, because that's what's going to allow you to get to that next level. That's what's going to allow you to open up a different veil and see certain shit that you ain't never seen before. For real. But without further ado, I just want y'all to understand that this is all love, man. This is just, it is what it is, bro. I'm Yacht Master, man. I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it all the way real. And the 1,000 wow. You know, we on this thing, man. Shout out to your boy, man. This